All right, here we go. Big Daddy Shin, day 600 at 24 Fitness. So this one is that whole go in the morning, drove late. I'm going to do a big workout later, but right now, just getting the process, going inside the gym before work, get used to it, use the restroom and stuff, and then go to class. So that's today's. All right, there's my welcome to day 600. Yes, I have to go to school, and then later on after work, watch the Dodger game, and then I'm going to go for day 600 workout. But it's going to be more than just the weights. It should be, right? But anyways, this is just the intro. All right, here we go. Big Daddy Shin. Day 600 at 24 Fitness. So yeah, it's a continuation of the one in the morning, and ever since that morning, just drive by, I guess, I had one of my greatest days in teaching ever. So I had every intention of just coming to the gym after work and go work out, do the weights and stuff, but I was reveling in how special today was. So it's, I'm here. It's almost midnight. And we just do an hour of the no special workout. But let me sign in. Okay, so it's one of those things where it's like I really feel God was watching over me, and Dad's watching over me to put me at this school. So it's an hour and 20-minute drive there and hour 40-minute back. But, the whole thing about the consistency, about coming here every day, day 600, I thought that's the thing that drives me to go every day, get the energy to drive this thing. But it really wasn't that. I realized I have a very special group of kids. Some of my old kids are probably like, oh yeah, whatever, Shin. We were your special ones. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at all these stickers. Oh, it's an add-on special. I'm going to use this one. Let's do it. Alright, the head-on special. Okay, so throughout my teaching career, I was taught, South Central LA, East LA, Orange County, right? And then, I love my kids over there, and every certain group of kids had different, personalities and, family traits, all this stuff, right? So, my LA kids, they're phenomenal. East LA, they're a little bit different, but phenomenal. Orange County, different from those kids too. Phenomenal. But, you always get bad kids, you always get the I am or whatever, right? But for some reason, I never put my finger on it, on why I look forward to going to work every day. So there are times where, trying to wake up at 5:30 in the morning so I could get to the gym by 7 and work out until 8:15, get to work on time. There's that thing. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I fail, like this morning. But I know one thing for a fact, though. I look forward to go seeing my students, because there's something about them where maybe everything just clicked for me as a teacher. Who knows? But I have a great mixture of kids. And then you have a couple kids that are maybe, not with the program. but they're still pretty cool kids, okay? And then so I start my day with one of my biggest classes, and thing is, it's exciting. It's like a really great warm up. Not a warm up, but it's like, you know, I start my day with the exercise. I have energy. These kids have energy. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, it's a joy watching them, and it makes me like when I drive to work, I get excited thinking I'm going to be able to teach these kids. And then throughout the day, I have my advanced band kids who probably some of the best kids in the school. You know, it's a smaller school, so it's like, you know, just happen to have some of the coolest kids in that class, right? I mean, they play the music really well, and then so it gives me a different challenge that I have to write music for them, for their instrumentation. It's basically saxophones, trumpets, clarinets, and baritones. But, you know, I have shy classes that are great kids. And then, you know, a couple of people that like, you know, mess around in those ones. Okay, I get it, right? But I finished my day with one of my most exciting classes, two of my most exciting classes. So, one of them's a better singing class and one of them's a more energetic class, but they're both pretty awesome. But it's nice that I finished my last period of the day full of energy, and then I'm ready to drive an hour and 40 minutes back home, right? And then so, you know, if people ask me, hey, how do you get through this? It's just, you know, I could BS and say, oh yeah, because I'm pretty consistent and I'm used to it. But I really think it's just the energy that these kids give me over there. So it's like, I heard it's a lot of people are from low-income neighborhoods, and they get bussed in from all different parts of the city. And, you know, they aren't the same as, like, the kids that I had in the other cities. Like, okay, when South Central LA, I mean, yeah, you know, they're like 100% free lunches and poverty things. But they tended to have other things to do. You know, you go to a Dodger game, you have football games, basketball games, all, you know, all this stuff. I mean, it's LA. What do you expect, right? But here, it's like there's a sense of just like the innocence of these kids, and, you know, just the situations they're just put in. You know, what can you do? So, the reason why I'm telling this story is today I found out something about me and about them. So there's a book fair, right? So I mean, I'm one of those people that, like, okay, you sign up for the book fair, you bring your kids. A lot of them don't have money to buy books and stuff, but you just look around and browse, and, you know. But I remember when I was younger, it's like, you know, you just want a pencil or you want something, whatever, right? And so, you know, when I start off the day and went first period over there, you know, some people, you know, they, oh, I can't afford it. And, you know, it's like 50 cents or $1. I'm like, so what I wanted to do was try and see if there's something that, like, you know, maybe the kids could get. I mean, I know it was my bill was going to add up, but I bought my first class these erasers that, like, smell like candy. I don't know. You put it on your pencil, and right? But it's like, okay, if we go to the book fair, I wanted them to all get something. So I did it. And, you know, when you walk back to class, you know, all the kids are happy. Like, oh yeah, you know, Shin got us this thing there. So it wasn't really a bribe thing. It's one of the ones where it's like more of a thank you of, you know, I wanted to thank my kids for giving me the energy to come to school. And, I mean, if I could hook them up, like take everybody to Disneyland or something, I totally would. But I can't. I mean, there's just too many kids. So I figure, okay, I could spend like, what, $40, $50, whatever it is, right? So that's what happened right there. So, I wasn't asking for like a bargain or something because, it helps support the school. But then the kids were just tripping out on it. They were like really thankful. And then also there's like this one girl in my class. She's always reading. Always. Does she sing a lot in my class? No. I catch her reading, and it's like she's a reader. And then so I know that the test scores aren't that really good at my school, but I knew she was looking at different books. And then if it's going to get these kids to read, I'll buy that girl a book. So I did. I said, yeah, you go pick your book. There's another girl that was like, interested in reading and stuff, so I bought 2 books. And then so, just the joy of them, how excited they were. I mean, they thought I was lying. I was like, it's just a book. It's just an eraser, right? But what happened is, when I saw how appreciative everyone was of this, it totally made it worth it, right? So progress to the later classes. I had this one class that they're kind of shy, but when the principal came in, when they had to not perform, but my observation, they did a great job. But there weren't that many kids in there, so I figured, okay, you know what? Let's up the limit. Instead of a dollar eraser, just see what they want to get. Yeah, they do like pens, or they wanted pens or something small. But, some of them really wanted books. So I'm like, all right. I bought a couple more books in there. But, some people didn't want books. But it's like some of the people really were interested in reading stories. And so I got some there. And then for the next class, I didn't have a schedule to go to the book fair from there, but the person in charge of the book fair knew exactly what I was doing. So what happened is, the kids are getting ready for a test, and I had them sing, and I told them there's going to be a prize for people who know the stuff. So they escalated their level. They had no idea what they're going to do. I started doing the stuff where it's like, okay, you know what? If they did it perfect, then I wrote them a letter. I go, I to the person's book fair, saying, hey, give this kid whatever they want. And they were just like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So, I sent like 10 kids there. And then, I mean, some of the kids, yeah, we could have probably maybe got it or whatever, but, want to make it so it's like they earned it. But that class, I should have got everybody something. But the beauty about it is, usually when you give certain kids, okay, just get whatever you want, right? They'll pick the most expensive thing ever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, $50 for one person, right? But these kids were being really sensitive about it. And then I remember one of my favorite kids, I go, hey, aren't you going to get anything? So no, I'm not really much of a reader. I'm like, even more so, how about a pen? No. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So that kid wasn't one of the people that get stuff just to get. And then everybody, even though they could have got whatever they want, they were getting stuff that wouldn't break me. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, but I guess maybe just they weren't used to just somebody just gifting them, right? So it comes down to my last class. I'm already a couple $100 in the hole. I basically work for free today. And then we had the last spot of the thing, but the 7th period is the one where, I guess maybe they're warmed up or something, and, like every kid in that class is awesome. We started doing the sing-off, but then a lot of people, they knew their stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then so, I don't know if you guys know what, like, gambler's mentality is, but like, if you go to Vegas, and then, at first you're like all careful with your money, you're like, oh, right? But after a while, you're like, you know what, just get it. Okay, let's gamble there, whatever, right? But when you start shopping for a long time, eventually you just want to get it over with. Okay, just get whatever. That's what happened here. I'm like, I had like 30 kids in there, and then some kids earned the book. But in that one, they were just watching their faces light up. Oh my gosh, this book, this book, this book. And then I'm like, all right, just get it. Can I get this? Hey, how come you're not getting anything? Oh, I didn't want anything except that poster. Poster's like $5. I'm like, oh God, this is gonna get expensive. Okay, just get it, right? So what happens is, all these kids from that class, they basically got what they want. Some kids didn't want to get anything. That's fine. But the ones that chose to do it, they're happy. And then when we left there, it was super, super exciting. So we sang for the librarian, or the person in charge. And then they went outside, so they're a totally loving class now. And, the security people are outside, and then they sang for the security people. And the principal walked by. What are you guys doing? Oh, book fair, and they're singing all happy and all this stuff. And then so, while we're walking back, after making this whole big thing, they didn't just do one big, okay, everybody, say thank you, right? They actually came up individually. Oh my gosh, Mr. Shin, this is the greatest birthday I ever had. What? Yeah, it's my birthday. I wasn't going to get anything. I'm like, oh. They're like, yeah, Mr. Shin, I'm really thankful for this book. I really like this book, and I always wanted it. It's my favorite movie. And I'm like, oh. So what happened is, they were so appreciative of what I did, and it didn't change my perspective on things. It's like, people who know me know I'm a pretty giving guy. But what happens is, I'm used to people, like, you do something nice for people. Oh, yeah, thanks, man. Okay, and then they just blow it over. But, even the kids that were giving me problems before, and, I still got them, like, a pen or whatever they wanted to get, they knew there was something different, right? So, they knew that, I don't really show favoritism towards, like, one or two people. Today was the day that they realized that I like all my kids. Like they're my kids, right? And then, it wasn't like, okay, let me just take the 5 best people, or it was one of those ones where they identified a certain trait in me, and then and then all the stuff that I was doing was repaying these students, these kids, for giving me life back into teaching. So any of you that are watching this video probably watched a lot of the videos that I did in the past, and then knew when summer came and I didn't have a job, it was like one of the worst times of my life. I gained weight, and then, just getting softer. I don't think I gained weight. I think I just, my muscle, I didn't have any urge to work hard at stuff. I was just too busy stressing about where I'm going to work, and, am I going to get a good job, a bad job, all that stuff. But today, day 600, That's the day where I realized I had the perfect job, and I'm going to be there for a while. I'll probably retire at this job, but it's a great day. I mean, that's all I could say. I mean, there's not too many more things you could ask for as a teacher when you're able to look at groups of kids and individual kids, and then you just knew something just changed, right? And like I said, it's not me buying them something. I mean, I explained why I was doing it, and when they were telling me their stories on how they always wanted a certain book, it's something simple. And then it was something that I know I spent my whole day's pay on books. But you know what? These are a bunch of kids that are going to be reading this book because their favorite teacher bought them a book. And then so it's worth it. It's worth it to me. It really is. And, when they get older, we'll see what happens. I'm sure they're going to pass it forward. But, yeah, today was a big grow-up day. So, anyways, that's my story. Am I worried about working out? No. I just want to enjoy. I mean, yeah, Dodgers lost. I stayed till the finish of that. Horrible. But aside from that, it's Labor Day weekend. Gotta go do something. Like tomorrow, going swimming at Arnold's, and then Disneyland, and probably Six Flags on Sunday. See my mom on Monday, and then school on Tuesday. Then I get my first paycheck, so I could pay for all those books that I just bought. So, yeah. Anyways, that's me. Thanks for watching. Oh, good. Awesome. Alright, there you go. Big Daddy Shit Day. 600 in the books. It's been a long journey, right? But there's always going to be turning points in life, and today was one of them. So that's how we do it. Hold on, let me stop by. Okay, so yeah, just the whole thing about turning points and stuff. You feel like you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be, right? So that's what I'm thankful on, and I thank all you guys for watching what I do. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'll be here in the morning, go for some exercise, and then do what I have to do. But I'm really thankful. I mean, thankful to God, thankful to my parents. I feel like my dad's watching over me. I really do. And then so, I'm glad that I got the connection with the kids early. And remember, it's not a whole, bribing thing and stuff. It's just you just altruistic. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but it's just when you're able to create joy in other people, something that seems like just so simple, right? I mean, you always see those like Toys for Tots and all that stuff, donating toy drive and stuff. But guess where those toys go to? Yes. So today I was able to see, just the direct joy of what I was able to buy for some kids. And they're going to be able to use it and enjoy it. And it was really rewarding. And then, so, I don't know. The only way I could explain it is it's a really good feeling, and I'm just thankful to be there. I'm glad that I'm realizing that these are my kids. These are my kids, and I'm in there for the long haul, and they give me a reason to wake up in the morning and make that drive. I mean, even at my other schools, I'd have like, a couple classes that are awesome, but then you always have one class that always messes you up, whatever, right? This one, they're all really awesome. And then my coworkers are great. My boss is great. you know, I mean, we'll see what happens. It's still first month, and then my first paycheck on Tuesday, and that's that. Until then, I'll be a poor broke dude. We'll see. I'm kidding. Anyways, Big Daddy Shin day 600. If I could exercise 600 days in a row, you could exercise 600 days in a row. Because if I could do it, you could do it. And I'm doing it, making a difference, and hitting a turning point. A turning point. There we go. Let's use that one. I'm gonna use that as like that ambiguous title. So anyways, I'll see you next time.